the best in this sport. Whether you like it or not, learn to love it because it's the best thing going today. Woo!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Georgia Players Section on UGASports.com's YouTube channel and podcast platform here with Tavarres and Knowshon. Tavarres King, Knowshon Moreno, from the Georgia Bulldog legends, NFL greats. Guys, excited. Cheers. Got a new flavor for you guys over here tonight. The peach, the Panama peach over here with my buy drink. So I'm looking forward to the new flavor over here.
That boy got him a plum.
Oh, no, it ain't a
plum real quick.
Oh, I got you. Talking about Knowshon. Oh, you got a real plum. I thought you were talking about the flavor of my drink. You're talking about an actual plum.
Hey, it was this way. It was way too good to put down. I said I had to bring it on. I mean, why not? Let me just finish it. What did you do?
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I'm just over here on the little grapefruit, Jones. High noon. It's always noon. We got Jason. We got Jason Cancel in here from Hong Kong.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Jason from Hong Kong. Wow, I mean that's awesome. Andy Stowe is in here. Got Tim Collins in here with us, so we appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, hit that like button while you're in here. Go ahead and do that. Helps out. Oh, can't forget Diane being in here after missing a week.
Come on,
her and Tim were in Disney World. They were over there seeing Mickey Mouse last week.
The mouse.
Did they go on the rock and roller coaster? Remember the rock and roll? Yeah, y'all been on that one before?
Oh yeah.
Rock and
roller coaster is the real deal.
Yeah, it's no joke.
No, I don't like roller coasters, bro.
Me neither. I think that's the only one I'll do.
We found some content. We got to get TK on a roller coaster. That's one thing we got to do. Guys, we don't want to keep you waiting on a special guest here. We got to welcome in none other than former Georgia wide receiver and just all-time straight shooter, according to Roddy Nabulsi, for Georgia Bulldogs in terms of his interview skills. Mr. Michael Bennett, how you doing, Michael?
What is that supposed to mean, man? I like that.
I don't know, Michael. Roddy said you were the most unfiltered guy he'd ever had in interviews before. So, and that's a compliment.
Yeah,
most guys keep it vanilla, you know.
That's a great thing.
The guys I work with now at Cresta, they even say, man, you're the most honest guy, for better or for worse. You just say what's on your mind. And listen, man, that's what you got to do. You got to keep it real. Y'all know.
Listen,
hey Michael, I'm not quoting The Rock when I say this, but why don't you turn that thing sideways and see if it fits up the screen right here?
Yo, stop it, man.
You want to landscape you?
There we go.
Be on my freaking phone. All right, here we go. How's that?
There we go.
I'll tell you what,
you're good, man.
You're
good.
Hey, so first of all, don't be quoting my Rock, man. That's my favorite wrestler, all right, of all time. So don't be quoting him without my permission.
Oh, I saw Knowshon's Michael. Knowshon is, he's posting on his story today something about The Rock throwing Stone Cold's title off the bridge. Something along those lines. Were you a wrestling fan? We got a lot of wrestling ties with this show, Michael.
No, that shit was what? Can I cuss on here?
Yes, Michael. Yes,
is it? Feel free.
That shit was so fake, dude. I was never into that, bro. I'm my bad. I don't mean to burst y'all's bubbles, but
listen. I just like Sting, bro. He came down with that bat, bro. He had the face paint. He was smooth. With it. Sting was.
You just heard Andy Stowe's feelings. He's one of our biggest viewers on here, part of our community. But Michael, we appreciate you being on with us.
Yeah,
First thing I wanted to ask you, and I've been asking all of the guys that have come on here on Georgia Players Section, before we get into kind of stuff involving you directly, what's it been like being a former Georgia Bulldog, a Georgia alumni, and seeing Georgia go on this 2-year run that they've win back-to-back championships? How much have you enjoyed just kind of seeing it and kind of being able to talk junk to other people?
I'm jealous. I'm jealous of those boys. I'm not going to lie, man. I mean, I'm happy for them, but I'm like, damn, that should have been us. I mean, we had a lot of good teams. I mean, Knowshon, you know, I think of like 07, 08, that team where y'all were really good. And then TK, I mean, man, 2011, 2012, we had some really, really good teams that obviously 2012 we should have been there. We were 5 yards away from playing for a natty and beating the shit out of Notre Dame like Alabama did. But it's been awesome, man. I mean, it's been a long time coming. You knew this was going to happen at some point. I mean, we had the players, we had the talent, and Kirby's just brought it to a whole new level. I mean, I went to spring practice last week, and I'm sure y'all have seen the new facilities. I hadn't seen them yet, and I'm like, bro, we basically played at a community college compared to what we've got now, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a real school. They got the golf sim in there. They got it all.
I didn't even see that.
Just the resources they have, there's no depth or there's no question why they're 2-time national champions. So it's been great, man. I've been really happy for them.
DK, Knowshon, what you got for you?
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, you say you was there last week. Our guy's back. Bobo's back. I mean, talk about that. Talk about him being back. Talk about what you think that means for him. One. And then two, just there's always that and then you heard it when we were there, the Bobo hate. And obviously there's a little bit of the concerns and questions now. Go ahead and put those to bed for the people. We were putting up numbers.
Bro, he was such a good coach. I tell people this all the time. He got so much flack, but I mean that's part of being an offensive coordinator, right? Mm-hmm. Someone's got to be mad at something, so they're gonna directed toward the play caller, which I get. But we broke so many records. I mean, I felt like every year we had a new passing record, a new total yards record, a new points record, something. It was just year after year. It didn't matter who we had. It was something new that we were doing. I mean, and it's directly tied to the offensive coordinator. But let's keep it real. That dude was an asshole, and I saw him last week, and I was just smiling on it, man. And time heals everything, right? So, we're cool now and everything, but man, he was hard on me. I still have PTSD some nights, man, just thinking of what he would say to me, him and Ball,
Is there a particular quote, a particular thing you remember him saying that really just dug in you crawl there?
I mean, he probably called me a chicken shit fucker a few times. He would not, what do you?
But he was a fab kind of coach.
It would affect you then, but now, I get it. I'm sure if I was a coach, I'd say the same stuff. So man, I love Bobo. I'm so happy he's back, man. He is such a good football coach. Y'all know. I mean, so we're I'm with y'all on that. For
yeah,
sure.
bro. He would definitely you hit on something. He would definitely get into you, but he would push your buttons the right way. You were that type of dude that he could talk to like that. He could say things too that would push you, motivate you. And me too. I can remember. You remember him coming down to the sideline for a few games? He came down to the sidelines for a few games, and I had to go read block a safety. And all I could hear, Bobo was like, "Go get him, Tavarres." I was like, "Damn, Bobo, you just not gonna let me have my damn element of surprise." You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna let me. You just gonna let him know I'm coming, cuz.
With that accent.
Yeah, I'm like, "Go get him, Tavarres." I was like, "Come on, cuz." Oh man, but yeah, bro, he is 100% an amazing coach, Mike.
Right.
Knows how to push all the right buttons for sure.
Well, what he did for me, and one quick story on Bobo. So this was, I think, 2013, maybe 14, and I was playing a lot of Y, a lot of inside receiver, and I was playing a little bit of X, but they were starting to put Justin Scott Wesley at X because he just had a lot more speed than I did. Let's keep it real,
But hey, he can scoop now.
No, he could, man. He had track speed. I did not have that, so I get it. But I was like, I just wanted to talk to Coach Bobo and be like, hey, man, So I went up to him after practice and I hey, Coach, I'm obviously playing Y, that's great, but I think I could play a little X too. And he wouldn't even let me finish. He's like, hey, Bennett, you just need to be happy where you're at, okay? Do what's best for the team, all right? And just I didn't want to hear it, and just walked away. And I was like, okay. But then he circled back around 30 seconds later. It was like, hey, Bennett, come here. And then he was like, hey, man, I just want to apologize for that. I had a little outburst. He's like, I want to let you know that if I need a catch, I'm going to you. You're one of my go-to guys, bro. And that meant so much to me as a player. He probably don't even remember that, but that meant so much to me that he like you said, TK. I mean, he'll rip you, but then he'll come around and tell you how much he loves you at the same time. So
For sure. He probably wasn't ripping you, Sauce. He was just out there doing too much.
Nah.
He wasn't getting on you.
Yeah,
that's not true. He was on me, bro. But me and Bobo go back and forth. You know this the whole after practice, like
I forget.
Play after play. So me and Bobo used to go back and forth. But nah, he would get on me, man. He got on everyone. He just wanted to see the best of his players. We all know that. But so
Michael Knowshon told us this story about the perfect play drill that y'all have to do after practice, and Knowshon kept punting the ball, punting the ball at the end of it just because he was mad at Bobo, and they went back and forth a little bit at it.
He was kicking that shit to the baseball field, boy. Knocking that shit.
Last play. Yeah. Well,
absolutely. Shoot. But speaking of that, Bobo was quoted, recently of saying that he doesn't have to be that guy anymore because Kirby's so just turned up all the time.
Yeah,
so he said now he gets to be like the voice of reason for some of these guys a little bit. So he said he's calmed down a little bit. Did you kind of see that when you went back to practice?
That's interesting you said that because
he didn't have that. Yeah.
No, we didn't have that as a head coach at all. I mean, I'm sure y'all been to practice, but like with Kirby mic'd up the whole time, the whole freaking campus could hear him talking, and he's talking shit the whole time, like ripping players. It's like he's really witty, he's funny, but like he's on their ass the whole time. He's got his thumb on him, man. And so like you don't even hear Bobo like we used to. It's just like it's so different. But so you're probably right that he's more of like all right. There's already someone else doing that. I'm going to be the more voice of reason.
Knowshon, what you got for Michael?
I heard Kirby was like that too, because he coached the backs before I got there, so he recruited me, right? So I heard from D. Ware, Craig Lumpkin, Thomas Brown, they were like, "Bro, Kirby was on us." Like they didn't really like playing for him, I guess, but maybe they did. I don't know, but my question. I mean, we all see these the weapons, man, that are at Georgia, bro. From the backs to those receivers, I mean, shoot, you can't forget about the tight ends, right? So, right. I mean, what do you think about this receiving core? I mean, with a couple transfers, Lovett coming in and rah-rah. But shoot, what do you think about the receiving core over here?
Man, I was hoping you were going to ask me that question because
who's the best receiver out of all of them?
I don't know, man. I mean, like I was at practice and I knew we had a couple transfers. Honestly, didn't even recognize who they were, but all I know is that dude, seeing Brock in person, I'm like, that dude's going to be a top 5 draft pick. He's like the most incredible looking tight end I think I've ever seen. And then Delp, he's going to be a beast.
Lost and lucky.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
Lost and lucky.
He is so freaking big, man. And then
that's crazy.
And then obviously Ladd. I mean, the thing about Ladd, he's so good with the ball in his hands. And people obviously compare me to him because we're both white. I'm like, listen, there ain't no here.
Why they always do that? Why do they do that?
I don't know, man. You just kind of got to roll with it. But I'm like, listen, guys, he is a lot faster, a lot quicker, a lot shorter than I was. All right, so let's not get it twisted. He's just got these little moves. It's like instinctual with the ball in his hand. Where it looks like he's about to take a big hit, and then he can just do that. TK, you had that. Knowshon, obviously you did too, but can avoid a hit. Man, I was like a freaking tackling dummy out there. I was getting laid out all the time, man. And I just didn't have that. You're either born with that, you're not. And Ladd's got it. He was so good, man.
Oh, bro, I really think he's super impressive. I think adding Rah-Rah, adding Dom is huge. Even Marcus Rosemy-Jack Saint stepped up for us big last year. And Alex Page, who's a guest of the show all the time on here every week. Shout out, Unc. He had a great question last week, and I'll just pose it to you. His question kind of made me think about our receiver room. He was like, "Do you need a number 1 receiver in today's game?" And my answer to him was no. And I just felt like this group of receivers is kind of similar to our group because there's so many guys that can make plays, that can do so many different special things. Speak to that.
No, yeah, I think you're exactly right, DK. I mean, it's back in 2012, especially. I mean, we went. Remember Cinco?
Yeah.
We had 5 receivers.
Bruh,
Which I don't know, Knowshon, if y'all had that when you were there.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
you
like,
wasn't out there then.
we only ran it like probably 4 or 5 games, but it was because early on in 2012 we had me and TK, we had Marlon, Woot, and Malcolm Mitchell. I mean, all guys that could start and play anywhere in the SEC. So it's like we got to get. But then we had Todd Gurley, Keith Marshall. You know,
it was crazy back then.
So it was like, all right, what do you do with all these weapons? All right, you get them on the field as much as you can, and that again, that goes back to Bobo. Really, really smart of him. Let's try to get all these guys on the field one time, and we did. And God, I remember against Tennessee, we put up like 55 points.
Yeah, bro, I have a picture of us in the end zone. It's all 5 receivers, just like.
Oh, really?
I'll send it to you. It's
you
hard.
Send me that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's all everybody you just named. We all right there. It's
That's
hard.
awesome. That's awesome.
I wanted to ask you with G-Day coming up, it's always, just everybody seeing what the team has that year and everything. But Knowshon and TK have already talked kind of fondly last week about their memories of G-Day. Do you have any fun memories of G-Day, or was it all just kind of, man, we got to do this to kind of get through it, get over with, wrap spring up? Or was there any fun components of it, any fun stories from your G-Day times at Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, I probably my best memory is I got on SportsCenter top 10 plays, which we all got watched or growing up as kids watching that. And I had in 2014, Hudson overthrew me, or he probably threw a perfect pass. I was too slow to catch it on the run, and I had to lay out with one hand and catch it. And I snuck in a number 10 that next morning on the top 10. And I was like, I thought that was like the coolest thing ever because, growing up, every kid watches that, right? Yeah. I'm like, well, that'll never happen again, so I need to soak this up, Of course, it's on G-Day, and no one's freaking watching, but whatever.
We out here though.
It was cool, but then a bad memory is TK. I think it was when it was like maybe 11 or 12, but they did a double pass, and to me, like I think it was Murray or whatever, he took the snap, threw it back to me, and then I was throwing it deep to you or somebody. And dude, I was like, this is the only time I get to throw a freaking ball in Sanford in a legit kind of situation. So I chucked that thing, dude, just as far as I could. It was nowhere close to the receiver. Alec Ogletree picked it off, and so I start running at him to try to, everyone cover. I'm running. I see Ogletree, man. I'm like, hell no, dude. I ain't tackling that thing, dude. I'm kind of laid down, whatever. I'm like, dude, this thing is way too big to be tackling, man.
They didn't hit you with the I remember the play called socks. That was bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember I was out there one time. I can't throw worth the damn. I was out there one time with Brown, and that was Woot's play. That was Woot could launch.
Yeah. Woot could throw, yeah.
Woot could launch it.
Yeah.
And they called socks. Somehow I'm out there. We had practice. And I was like, Brown, it's socks. He was like, socks. I just started laughing. I was like, oh hell. Bro. I threw that ball, bro. It looked like it looked like a whole quail in the air, bro. Nobody caught it though. Incomplete. Incomplete. Bobo just busted out laughing. It was funny. But I feel you, Mike. Don't let me throw that shit.
No. They're like, oh, well, no, if no one's open, just run it. I'm like, hell no, I ain't running this. I'm gonna throw it, man. Let's go. It's G-Day.
Muhammad Massaquoi used to launch them shits too.
All right, we're gonna ask you. We value your time. We appreciate you coming on. We're gonna ask you some just rapid fire questions. What anything that comes to mind, guys? Fired away at him. I'm gonna ask you favorite or not favorite, funniest teammate at Georgia.
Brandon Burrows.
He was hilarious.
Strongest or freakiest guy that you played with?
Golly, there were so many of them. I mean, Alec Ogletree was ridiculous. I mean, he could play any position he wanted on the entire football field. I don't know. Next question.
Yeah, that's tough.
Favorite place to hang out in Athens?
Oh man, come on now. it's bourbon.
The verb. Come on.
I think that's where I met Knowshon like the first time. Like I was a little recruit. I'm like, oh my God, it's Knowshon Moreno. Like,
Maddest you ever saw Coach Rick?
What, say that again?
The maddest you ever saw Coach Rick?
Oh, the first time I ever heard him say the F-bomb, it was, and Coach Rick didn't do that.
He don't say that.
He did though. It was like it was one morning in the off season. Like I think like 3 or 4 guys had gotten arrested or something, and he just had enough of it. It was like 6 a.m. the next morning, and he just he dropped it. I was like, oh,
you ain't banned y'all from downtown?
Yeah, he definitely banned the boy from downtown. Oh, so y'all boy can't go down there.
No,
Absolutely. And then I guess what would the score have been if y'all got to play Notre Dame that year in 2012?
What was the score? Alabama, Notre Dame.
Oh no,
that
yeah, we beat the shit out of
that.
Absolutely. Y'all guys got anything from Michael before we
run
out of here?
Hit him with that one.
Yeah, I know you're a golfer. What's your handicap?
Oh man, where's my gin at? I gotta look. I think like a 9-4.
Oh, Mike!
I'm down in single digits. Come on now.
Wow.
He was trying to get me out, but Mike, you trying?
Oh, so now let me find out. Okay.
Mike out there.
Not bad, man.
Hey.
What do you know, Sean? What's your handicap?
Oh man, shoot, I'm probably like a 15 or something. Who knows?
Hey, 15 is a good place to be. I mean, for member guests and all that, man. You're a good partner.
True.
True.
TK, we're trying to get around in on the 16th. We might just have to see if old Bennett wants to join.
True. Yeah, I was supposed to play with Mike a couple of weeks ago. Murray pulled out on us. So we got to run that back.
We still could have played TK, but you friggin' just went dark on me.
Oh, my fault.
Come on, man.
So it's my fault. Well, shoot, run it back. We out there.
All right, let's go. Weather's getting nice. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it.
Absolutely. Well, Michael, thank you so much for joining us here. Listen, you've been on with us before. We always love having you on. If you haven't heard it, I'm sure you already have. You got to get TK to fill you in on the Ben Jones hognose story that we had the couple weeks ago.
He might have seen a couple of people get tied up by Ben Jones before.
Yeah. That's always a sight to see. Oh yeah.
So we'll have things like that coming up, but also when it gets a little bit closer to the season, watch G-Day this week, see what you think about these young cats, and we'd love to have you on as we get a little bit closer to the 2023 season, man.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
I appreciate you, Mike.
Yes,
Love you, brother.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. That is Michael Bennett,
That's what's up.
former Georgia wide receiver. Guys, his talks about Bobo and how Bobo was it. He said, call him a chicken blank, blankety blank, on there. I mean, pretty funny stuff.
No, it's just come on, yeah, it's college football, bro. It's definitely been worse stuff said out there for sure,
no doubt.
But yeah, I mean, Bobo is that dude. Like we said, gonna get you prepared, gonna push all the right buttons. So yeah, man, excited. Michael's always a good guest for sure.
He lived up to Roddy saying he's the most unfiltered guy that he'd ever interviewed at Georgia, because that was right on the money. Now listen, I wanted to you talk about guys coaching stuff. I don't have as many player experiences as you guys do, but when I showed up for my first week of college football, this is D2 level. I had a DB. I'm a quarterback. I'm over there doing routes on air, and I got the DBs right on the other side over here. And I hear the DB coach go off. This is like second day of practice of camp, and he's going off on this freshman saying, I wish your blankety blank grandmother had never been born, so your blankety blank mother had never been born. I mean, just going off on this guy. So hey, I know that it's some tough stuff out there, but I think y'all were a little bit had a little bit more benefit than others with Coach Rick being your head coach. You didn't hear quite as much of that stuff.
True. We had Fab going crazy.
Yeah, Fab, I was just about to say,
crazy.
Bro.
I love me some Fab. That boy Fab was going crazy. I guess Coach Rick act like he didn't hear nothing. But
hey, listen, when I'd go to Georgia,
hey, like he didn't hear y'all.
When I'd go to Georgia camp growing up, I'm talking about guys from 10 years old all the way up through seniors in high school. Coach Fabris is going crazy on those kids at camp. He was going nuts on them.
Fab demanded it. Like,
of course,
demanded it here, demanded it in the meet. Like, your ass better have been locked in. You better do what you're supposed to do. Execute. I mean, top to bottom, bro. Don't mess up. Don't mess up.
Absolutely.
But you need that though, bro. Like, this game is like, honestly, if we get down to it, like, this game is about perfection. Like, you aim to be as perfect as possible. Like, 11 people got to do the perfect thing. So, I mean, you definitely need. I feel like you need a coach that's going,
Well, look
do
where
that.
Georgia is.
Right.
And it's because Kirby Smart is literally, people say he's just almost maniacal. He's so focused in on just absolutely the attention to detail and getting better every day. So yeah, that's for sure. Now you guys, we like to talk about a little bit of news on here, and you guys were actually on the news. Like, one day I get an article sent to me. It said foxnews.com. It says former Georgia football players Tavarres King and Knowshon Moreno get questioned about, PETA and UGA as a mascot and all this kind of stuff. So the news that's going down this weekend is there's a new UGA.
Boom, baby.
His name is Boom. Wonder where they got that name from. And he takes over as the new mascot at G-Day this Saturday. So would you guys like to throw a shot across the bow at PETA right now?
Well, I mean, they got what they wanted. The dog, got a nice little retirement from Q, but we got something new. Got a nice little new addition in Boom. And Boom is gonna be fun. But Q leaving the dang,
legacy.
Yeah, bro. All right, Q.
Who? Wait, Q. Wait, I'm now hella confused.
The dog's name
last
is Q.
The last UGA, the UGA that's retiring, his name was Q.
But time out. I'm still confused. Time out. We ain't having no more. We can't have our dog.
No.
They're giving
It's just a new one.
Oh, okay.
The collar ceremony. They're doing.
They didn't win. They didn't win, bro. They didn't win. We got their ass, bro.
I was like, what? Okay,
they ain't win. We ain't win.
Where they get the name? Well, why
We're gonna make shirts that said Tavarres, say TK, and no greater than PETA.
Hey,
No.
I'll buy that.
Get some merch going on over here. We are trying to do some of that. Knowshon's working on some merch stuff for us. We're going to get some of that going before too long. So we appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. Like I said, hit that like button, subscribe. We just passed the big 36K here on UGA Sports YouTube channel. So appreciate all you guys. So make sure to hit the like, subscribe, turn on notifications every time we go live, every time Coach Donnan and Roddy and Dane go live, Paul and Ben and Jason, those guys on Sunday nights. It's tremendous. There's no other channel that's bringing this much Georgia content to you each and every week. And literally, there is no other network that brings you two former Georgia Bulldog players every single week, as in Knowshon and TK. And we're greatly appreciative of that. So, guys, we started last week the SEC uniform tournament. Okay. And I'll go ahead and throw up the bracket. It started out like this. We went
what y'all did. Talk my shit.
Listen, we went with the SEC standings. That was Knowshon's idea. You guys, hey, just number it by SEC standings. So that's what we did. Georgia and LSU were the 1 seed. So by nature of that, they got the byes. And you saw the 2 versus the 7s at the bottom, and Alabama and A&M, Tennessee and Vandy. The 3s versus the 6s in the middle, and then the 4s versus the 5s up top in the first round.
Big pause.
So we're going to go – you guys voted on the dog vent. You voted on Facebook. You voted on Twitter. And these were the results that came up. Ole Miss advanced over Arkansas. Auburn beat Mississippi State. Alabama goes over Texas A&M. Vandy pulled the upset, beating Tennessee. South Carolina beat Missouri. And Kentucky took down Florida. So This is round 2 of – what is y'all's reaction to how the people voted?
Listen, Vandy can't beat Tennessee in nothing but academics. Let me tell you something.
Oh, that's a tough one,
bro. Y'all ain't see the Halloweens? Y'all must not listen to what I said, bro. The Halloween, yeah, I can't get all that, bro. They ain't listen, bro.
I think.
Well,
I think
Bennett's got a black jersey as well, though.
Huh?
Black and gold.
That shit stink.
Chris Thomas said, "Oh no, Mizzou lost to South Carolina." He said he feels bad for you, Knowshon, your squad over there. But listen, this is round 2 now that we have here. I think what I'm sensing here is that with the dog vent being a large portion of this vote, there was an anti-orange wave going on. You know, I think they bro.
You were the one that said all that too.
You did. Look,
listen, I don't like the color orange, but these people of the dog vent, they literally have a disdain running through their blood for orange, or the orange specifically of Tennessee and Florida. I think that's where that came from.
So style too just don't come into like play.
You have to put all that in.
Must not.
We're going to see some style in round 2 here. Right? I think it's going to be interesting. So we got the matchups here.
Right.
I'm going to throw them up. We're down to 8 teams now. So we're in the quarterfinals here.
Yo,
this is wild. I mean that. Hold up, bro. Okay, good. Well,
so this is round 2, first matchup. South Carolina. We know they also have the white helmets as well.
Listen.
Okay, they've got the different color unis. And Vandy, listen, it's a clean look. It's a clean look. You got the black numbers, got the trim and the gold over there. They're trying to do some different things under Clark Lee. So, what's y'all's guys' prediction on this one? You think the Gamecocks will get the favor of the second round here, or of the voters, or do you think Vandy can continue their Cinderella run here in the tournament?
Check this out. I think I figured it out. Under Armour jerseys weak as hell.
What?
But
you don't think?
Nah. Look at it's just kind of
the way they fit.
Yeah, I think man, look. Yeah, but the matte black on the helmet. Should have went black jerseys. I think it's about the picture you post, bro. You be getting them.
Yeah, that's
pictures,
not.
bro.
Yeah, we gotta figure out I hope it's not the pictures. People need to do their research and go look up the jerseys.
Yeah, remember when you're voting on this, when we post this, and I made it clear in the post that it can be any combination the team has. But listen, production only has so many hours in the day. Okay, so I gotta get a picture and crop it and put it in there. All right.
All right. Well, I'll say this. I'll say this about Vandy. Go look at I think they call Deep Water is the name of their jerseys. Go look at their Deep Water jersey. Uh-huh. But the South Carolina matte blacks, I ain't gonna influence with my opinion here. But the South Carolina matte blacks,
yeah,
I ain't gonna say either way of that. But out of those two, like of those unis, I like the Deep Water for Vandy. And the matte black.
What color is
black helmet?
Is that white?
It's like oh man, blue? It's like I don't know. It's like khaki. It's almost like the color of your hat.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, yeah, that's smooth. They got that. Yeah.
So they got that. They got that over there.
Yeah, so that's the first matchup in the East. South Carolina and Vandy. This one, I think I know how this one's gonna go down.
Yeah, this is gonna be a landslide.
So you got the red and the blue here.
I don't know. This could be. Listen, we got to remember where we at as well, right?
We on the dog vent.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Come on now, yo. Kentucky got that.
Yo, they clean. And we talked about the blacks, and he put the blue up.
I don't know why he did that. He should have put the black with the checker, right? Blue checker. Then they got the
y'all sending me the pictures next week. Y'all just go pick y'all sending the pictures next week. I'll let y'all see what y'all's Photoshop skills. Like crayon drawings.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. You're doing good, Blaine.
Wait, who did Georgia beat in the first round? Florida, right?
Georgia Kentucky beat them.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
Aaron Brown here looks tough now.
No, he's clean. The Kentucky's got some clean jerseys, bro. Like
man,
we said, the black. Then they got that chrome. I think it's chrome helmet. Is it chrome? They got. I think.
Yeah, they have the chrome. They give the different looks over there. So Kentucky's
got
Dogs
some different home. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's
like if we I don't know if this wasn't a dog vent thing, I'll be a little nervous on that.
Be honest with yourselves.
All
I'd
right.
be nervous on that one.
In the West, on the West side, the Iron Bowl of the SEC uniform matchups. Listen, this one's tough because I think both of these are classic, clean looks right here.
Love it.
Classic, clean look. Boy,
You love it. You love it.
Both of them. Both of them.
Hey, so I was here because looking at this earlier, I had a little. All right, you got to answer this one though, Sauce. Which one you like better out of these two?
If you want me to pick for real?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Auburn.
Me too.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
They
got the clean white. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Got the orange. No. That's what I'm saying. They got the orange. They got all that.
Got a little hint of the orange. A little hint. It's not overwhelming, is what I like about the orange at Auburn. It's not like too much. It's
don't they have an orange uni?
Maybe in like practice or something they let recruits wear, but they ain't ever. It's like Georgia. Georgia's got them all whites and Georgia's got them all blacks that the uniforms that the recruits wear, but they ain't ever gonna wear them things in the game.
Okay, that's Under Armour. I feel like they fit nice though.
No, it's still an ugly uni, but like the crimson on that is I just can't get with it.
Nah. But it's all right.
I hear you. So that's the
Auburn
Iron Bowl.
Have the easiest schedule if they win this one. That's like the easiest schedule, bro.
This is something that I think could be like a championship match right here. This one's a little bit early, but LSU and Ole Miss.
I don't like it. I don't like where
it's so early.
Yeah.
But tell me, Joe. Tell me, Joey B over there isn't looking.
No, that's
absolutely fly over there for LSU right now.
That's it. And then when they go all white too, with that same comparison with the white top, that's it too.
But so I remember the powder blues with Ole Miss.
I know.
And they got the red jersey with the white stripe.
I like this look how they got the white jersey, on the road and bringing the powder blue helmets out. That's pretty sweet too.
Yeah, they switch up the helmets. Because they're gonna go with the dark blue helmet. They got the white.
They got the real tree. Have you seen the real tree? It's white, but it's got the baby blue like real tree camo going throughout the helmet. It's pretty cool. So there's a lot of really, really good combinations out there. I'm excited to see this matchup. We're going to have everything posted on the Dawg Bennett. We're going to post to Facebook groups. We're going to post to Twitter. We'll even get TK and Knowshon to post to their very, very well followed Instagrams. If you don't follow them on Instagram, you're I don't know how, because they got like literally millions and millions.
Hey, get up.
Hey, first of all,
my dude, bro.
Y'all follow me. I ain't posting shit, but my son.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there. We gotta get TK and Knowshon more active with their big following over there. Tim, Andy, Unk, you gotta get it. You gotta get on them. Listen, you ain't got no corner on the rock. I don't know.
What do you mean? I do have a corner on the rock. Who's your favorite guy?
We had him on. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles, man.
Oh, I mean, before him?
Before him, I would say my favorite back when I was little. I was 8 years old when the Goldberg thing hit. So Goldberg was like, when he was going through the streak, but he wasn't a real promo guy. So I guess the biggest promo guy that I'd like. I mean, I used to like Kevin Nash a lot. I was a WCW guy, So Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, those kind of guys.
I said one guy. This man's naming 6 people. You don't have your favorite guy. That's why I said get off the rock. All right, let's go.
Get off the rock. All right. Well, listen, that was round 2 of the SEC uniform tournament that we're having. Now we're going to bring a different segment here that we call levels to this, and I've got to get the logos out on here, but I want to kind of explain what this is. We're going to start putting different topics and things in levels. Oh, Jeremiah King right here. Thank you for the super chat. The Dogs white helmets are beautiful. Yeah, man. I mean, Georgia definitely needs to throw out those white helmets. You see those recruiting pictures and all that kind of stuff. They're pretty clean for sure. So that would be
I mean, yeah, we bring out the white helmets.
I ain't bringing out no white helmet.
It'll be smooth. I mean, look, yeah, no, we ain't. I feel you.
But you see Jermaine King throwing a super chat for us. You guys can totally do that. We welcome the super chats for sure. So that's awful nice of you, Jermaine. We appreciate it. We're going to be trying to come up with different ways to bring content to you guys as well. So excited about all that stuff. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to take all the different SEC teams and we're going to rank them, SEC football programs, I should say, and we're going to be ranking them in the elite group, the contender group, the pretender group, and then down bad. I mean, we've got a bunch of teams that, might fall into that. And here's the thing. We're going to debate these. We're going to let you guys get your say in on it as well. I think that we all know, where Georgia is at this point and having won back-to-back national championships. So there won't be much intrigue there. But, guys, what ones are you maybe most excited about seeing where they land? Because I have a feeling that some of us are going to disagree on the levels of these. So what are some of the teams before we get into this that you think are maybe the most intriguing?
Missouri. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yo,
hey, that could be a room for debate this year with all the defense they got coming back.
Yeah. Missouri and Kentucky, since y'all like them so much, But
about
no,
in the West?
Alabama for sure, because I feel like everything that left that program, and then just so much unknown. You got a new coach coming in, new OC coming in. So yeah, for them, I think it's kind of it's going to be interesting to see where you guys put them in those aspects. Shoot,
or a team like a Tennessee. It's going to be interesting to see where they go because they just now kind of resurfaced, got back into things.
Kentucky. I'm going to say Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. Let's see. Let's break it down. Go ahead. Start the
Yeah. I'm pulling them up right here, getting these going. All right, so I'm gonna have all the logos up here. Let me share my screen. Sorry, production's working here. Okay, production's working. We're trying to get this going. All right, so levels to this, and I'm gonna have all the teams kind of jumbled up here at the bottom. I'm gonna pick one out, and we're gonna say where they are, where they go. And I'll be adding some teams in here because I don't have them all quite on here yet. But I want to start out with a team that is always relevant because of Lane Kiffin and what he's saying, what he's doing. He had a 10-win season a couple years ago. They were 7-0 to start the year last year. What are we thinking? They're definitely not in the elite category. Would you call Ole Miss a contender, or would you say they're still in pretender mode right here? Where are we going with?
I'd have to put them in level 3 pretender.
Okay, what's your justification?
I mean, they hadn't justified to me that they can do it. They hadn't proved to me that they can consistently win games versus not even just middle of the road type team. So I would guess I'd put them as a pretender. If you're a fan of Ole Miss, then you're kind of dreaming.
Right off the bat. All right, Knowshon, what do you think? Is that the right place for them? Remember, it's going to end up being a first to 2 votes. That's where they get.
Oh going. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What if we're in 3 different levels?
Well, I don't know. That'd be some Jekyll and Hyde stuff right there. That'd be a real crazy team right there. If you had to do that.
I had Ole Miss. Let me see. I had Ole Miss in the contender. Just because, I like Dart over there. I thought he had a good season last year, and I would hope he just get better. And then you hear a little bit of a quarterback battle maybe over there, maybe happening. So, I mean, that brings everyone's best game out, And so I like that about Ole Miss. I know they lost Zach, but, bro, Quinshawn, that's all you need, baby. They got a run game. Besides the quarterback, because the quarterback can run as well. But Quinshawn just had a great season. His rookie year, freshman year. So I can just I just know he's going to continue.
So you would slot him as a contender right now.
So I like the contender. And at the end of the day, really, I'm just confident in Lane, the Lane train, baby. I know he's going to have the team ready. They didn't finish the season off last year how they should have or how they wanted to, but I think they're still a contender this year.
So this is kind of a role reversal here because TK, you're typically all on the Lane train. Like you're all aboard it, but you just don't think they've done enough to be considered a real contender at this point.
Listen, I'm on the Lane train. I ain't on the Ole Miss train. I like Lane Kiffin and his antics and what he does, but if that's not producing, I can't put him and his team up there. You know what I'm saying, as a contender. But I mean, I feel Knowshon, you got some valid points too. They haven't proven to me. I feel like they've been just kind of like this for like 2 or 3 years.
But yeah, I have to go. I have to agree with you, TK. I just think right now, if they had a quarterback that was proven, and I know Spencer Sanders is there, but we don't know if he's actually going to win the job yet or not. So I'm going to go with Ole Miss in the pretender category. I think we can make this easy and not have to drag this out with Georgia. Go ahead and put them in the lead. I mean, you have to. They're of course back-to-back national champions. But the one that I'm going to see if I can click on it here. You got to move one out of the way. This is a good one. LSU. They were, of course, national champions about 4 or 5 years ago. Joe Burrow and company. Then they hit rough times, and now they're back as a defending SEC West champion. So is this program elite, or are they just in contender mode?
Man, you go first, huh?
Man, I put them in the elite. I thought they had a really great season last year. Jaden Daniels coming in, being his first year in the system. New head coaches, new coaches. And they went out there and handled business. And he's coming back. So I like them over there. They got neighbors over there at the receiver, out there on the island. And they got some other receivers over there, I think, that's going to help them out. So I just think they continue to get better, hopefully, and can get over that hump. We'll see. But I got to put them in the elite category. I think so. Just because
they're at elite for right now. They're at elite for right now with Knowshon, what he said. I loved it, Knowshon, what you got over there with them and Knowshon. Now, TK, are you going to back up your man with the elite there? Or are you going to say they drop down to contender mode?
I'm going to back them up here.
I'm gonna put them on the line right now because it could go either way.
I think that they'll probably be better, and I kind of alluded to it last week. Jaden Daniels was really good last year, really, really good, and I can only think that he'll be better, and that is the biggest part of a team is the leader of the team, and I think that he'll probably grow, he'll continue to grow as a leader, but not just that, develop as a passer, like I said last week. And I think that that's going to be huge for all those guys. Knowshon just mentioned the league neighbors, all those weapons out wide. So I just think that offense will be way, way, way better than it was last. Not way, 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 but I think they'll be way, way better than they were last year.
I'll tell you what, T. I need them backs though to wake up. We can't let Jaden be the leading rusher. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%. But and
Joshua, Noah Kane,
yeah, you need all that. You need the backs to do that, and I think they will. I think that they're not going to rely on him to run the ball, and I don't think he wants to be relied on to run the ball.
All right, so you were saying contender right now for LSU, right, TK?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that what you said? You said contender on that?
All right, so I backed up TK when he said pretender.
No, I'm gonna go elite. I'm gonna go
Knowshon here with elite.
Yeah, I got him on elite. Hold on, I'm going elite.
Okay, he's going elite too. The reason I have LSU as an elite program.
I said they'll be better. How would I put them at contender? I said they'd be better.
I don't know. I thought that's what you said, my man. I was just going with it. We was going by the words that was coming out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Nice, Chris Tucker.
So I'm gonna go. Hey, you got to throw in the references, man. You got to throw in the references. I'm going to go with LSU as elite, and here's why. Going back to the year 2000, from Nick Saban to Les Miles to Ed Orgeron, all three of those coaches won national titles at LSU. That is an elite program when all three of your last head coaches have won national titles. And then in year one, Brian Kelly brings some organization after, Ed Orgeron went basically girls gone wild there in Baton Rouge with the program, and it was a little crazy. And LSU gets back to where they should be. Listen, they didn't have the depth and the overall roster talent to stick with Georgia last year in that SEC championship game, but they make no mistake about it. They're an elite program. I think, the same, and for time's sake, we don't have to debate this one. I don't think I know.
Yeah, I think it was down there. Yeah.
I know they haven't won, but Alabama's got to be in the elite category, correct? Is that unanimous?
I had it in the elite. Man.
All right.
Because, Saban, they got to prove that they're not elite to me first, man. You got to think about all the years that
they had.
They've always been in contention. They've always been there.
They just didn't prove that shit to you with all that shit they had. All that shit they had.
There was a lot going on, man. No, I don't know.
All that shit
but you think they're elite, right? Alabama's got to be in the elite.
You think they're a contender? Would you have them as?
Look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I put them as elite, and I drew an arrow to contender because it is tinkering, bro. Like you just don't know, bro. Like right now, bro, there's so many what ifs. Their OC is a what if. Their quarterback is a what if. Their running back is a what if. Their O-line is a what if. Boy, you better put their ass as a contender. What if? You talking about show me? They just showed you last year.
Not necessarily.
With better players, with better proven players. You gotta show me. You can't just show me with you can't just roll Nick Saban.
It's just I got to.
You can't just roll out here in the wheelchair and
I see what you're saying. You make some great points.
They have no QB.
Great points.
They don't have a QB who's played that much before, but I'm gonna tell you, Ty Simpson is the real deal.
You think he's going to get the job? Blaine?
I think he is. I think Ty Simpson will end up being their quarterback, and I think he's going to be really good too.
That's good. It's going to be a rough go.
It could be the offensive line could be a problem for him with all the youth. But I've got to back up. I got to back up Knowshon and say elite, just because you've won how many championships and all that kind of stuff, and they're still recruiting.
Y'all talking about some old shit.
They're still recruiting at a high level. Listen, if the recruiting had dipped off, TK, I would agree with you, but they're recruiting.
You're making some great points. You better go to the next one because I might switch.
Y'all talking about yesterday.
All right, well let's go.
Talking about yesterday.
Let's go with Mizzou. Mizzou here. Are they a pretender still, or listen? They had 4 losses last year that were less than a touchdown. You're talking about. The Auburn game was a heartbreaker. You're talking about the Georgia game. They arguably played Georgia tougher than any team out there, and they're returning 9 seniors on defense. Plus, that's in the starting lineup. Guys that could end up being starters that are right there battling for starting positions. 9 seniors, and then plus some more seniors that'll be in the 2 deep. They are so experienced on defense. Can they move from contender, or are they still at pretender right now under Eli Drinkwitz?
They ain't a pretender, and I think they proved it. They're not Blaine. You gotta listen.
Oh, they're not. So you gotta make it.
Look. Do you understand? Yeah, you don't understand the words come out my mouth. Contender. Listen, man. Contender. Yeah, bro. They proved it last year, bro. They did. They proved it last year. They almost beat us. They played a lot of people close, bro. We talk about it week in and week out. Knowshon, you did your thing with your little scouting report on E-Boy last year. You done figured it out. The E-Boy got the juice. They trying to arrive a little bit. Okay. Contender.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Missouri's going to make some noise this year. I really do. They got a lot of experience. Knowshon was just a year too early on his prediction. You know what I'm saying? Just a year too early.
Yeah.
That's the funny. That's the funny thing you say that, man, because I got them boys at a pretender right now, and the only reason is
You got him where?
pretender. The reason is I love me some Missouri, and Blaine, chill out again. You said it. You said it correctly, man. That defense, they got a lot of starters coming back. They got a lot of experience. I think they're gonna do great, but it's like they lost pieces on offense. You know what I mean? Georgia got one of them. And can Brady Cook, man, take that step and really, carry his team? If the defense especially is going to, let up at the end and only play to their competition. I don't want to see that anymore. So right now, I'm putting a pretender, man, because you pretended, man. Yeah, I wanted them to do what they were supposed to do last year. And they could have. They were pretending on me, man. So
we're here in our private chat. TK's over here saying this guy's blaspheming against his group. He says, "I'm calling Coach Drink." Over here.
I'm calling them, B. I can't even believe it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We just did the switcheroo. So you like my team. I like your team.
Y'all did the switch. I'm leaving them at contender too. So we got
you guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Now we've got the Kentucky Wildcats. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now.
We know where you putting them.
I'm putting them at contender. Y'all tell us what you think.
Otherwise, spit that everywhere, bro. Oh my goodness.
I listen. I'm gonna agree with you, Blaine. I'm gonna agree with you.
Contender?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you because I gotta hope that they got that line situation figured out. And I love the receivers. Love the receivers. Yeah. And the way you talk about Buddy, if he throwing with his feet, he should be able to do it. Hey, the way
that's the way that Blaine be talking.
If he throwing with his feet, boy, you gotta be able to do it. So look, go ahead and put them boys in the contending.
All right, let me get the mic. I had the boys a contender. I had them there, and then I started thinking, like, wait a minute. First of all, this guy has broken all these records. Was it in the SEC? No. They lost 2 of their backs with Chris Rodriguez and Smoke, right? The line problems, they got 2 receivers over there, but that's it. I had to bring them down to pretender, man. I brought them down to – they're pretending right now. Until this quarterback, first of all, can show me anything and do it at this level, they're going to be a pretender to me. And losing those backs are big. So, hey.
Well, you got outvoted 2-1. They're contenders. So there it is.
I don't know. All right. First of all, how many records he break in the SEC then this year? Let me get my pen.
I didn't say he's going to break records.
He ain't going to break none?
I said he's going to be the truth, meaning he is going to be exactly what Kentucky needs on offense there to make. Listen, they've only averaged over. Kentucky's averaged one time in the Mark Stoops era have they averaged 32 points in a game, and that was in 2021 when Liam Cohen was their offensive coordinator. Well, guess who's back? Liam Cohen, and he has a real quarterback now in Devin Leary. He's got 3 tremendous receivers.
Okay.
The offensive line is going to be better.
How many yards, Blaine? Just like you did.
He's going to be over 3. He'll be over 3K.
I mean, you acting like 3Ks. Let's bring them up there. Bring them up to 3 1/4. Or in a half.
At Kentucky, 3K is a lot of passing yards.
Listen, is he going to get 3,500 or more?
I'll say he's over 3,500.
Got it.
Over 3,500.
Got it.
In fact, let's go ahead and let's make it
spicier. Make it spicy.
Make it
make it real spicy. If you got,
She don't want that 2-footed bad boy. She don't want that Dos Zapatos animal. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Devin Leary, over 3,500 yards this year for Kentucky passing.
38.
Over. What are you trying to do? This is what are you an auctioneer or something? And I got a 35. Can I get 38? No, over here he's going 3,500. I'm gonna say he's over 3,500. Dos Zapatos on that for Devin Leary. He's the truth. He's the truth. I'm thinking he's going to have a real good year. Texas A&M, are they a pretender or are they down bad?
3,500.
Dang, where I got these little Man, I got these boys as a pretender.
Word?
Me too, TK. Because I know that they've disappointed, but they're not totally down bad because there's still some talent there.
Yeah.
If Jimbo gets his head out of his butt, they'll be okay. They could go for pretender to contender.
But how long can you pretend, my G? How long can you pretend?
Well, they're about to find out.
I had them down bad again, man. I had no faith in the quarterbacks over there. I wonder if Max Johnson can finally win the job back, maybe.
Connor Wigman's going to be the guy.
Backpedal. Put Unk's thing up there. Get his ass, Knowshon. Get his Zapatos. Get his Zapatos. Is this cat better than Stet or no? Like
the situation was far better at Georgia for Stetson to be more conducive.
So it wasn't Stetson's skills; it was just the pieces.
Stetson. It was a combination of the skills and the tremendous talent around him. Listen, last time I checked, Devin Leary ain't going to have Brock Bowers to throw to. Okay,
so he got pieces. He got 3 fire receivers. Boy.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Florida. I got to put him. First of all, we've settled on pretender. I know we got 2 votes for pretender. So, Knowshon, what do you think for A&M?
Well, I was down bad on them because I'm just not confident. I said so. Yeah.
Another 2-1.
Yeah.
Swing there.
Yeah, y'all got
all right, Florida down bad. Everybody agree they're down bad because the talent is just not there.
Talent's not there. It's a lot of unknowns. I don't like Mertz coming in.
That's where I got him.
I it's so funny. I had them up 1. I don't know why. They should be down there. I was doing some of it. Yeah, put them back down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're down bad. Auburn, what are we going with here?
Ooh.
Auburn. I had them down bad too, though. Oof.
Really?
They got no weapons outside. Yeah, I love Robbie, man. Robbie Ashford. I told you he has those glimpses. And he has those times that he looks like Bryce Young out there. I'm like, ooh, that was a night. He could run. He could throw that thing. He got a lot of work to do. The run game didn't look as sexy to me. In that when I watched the spring game, I know it was a wet day. They weren't going to have the guys throwing that much, but they had TJ Finley. They had Finley out there throwing right away. So I got to go down bad. What are you thinking, though, T?
I had him at pretender. Because of Hugh Freeze, because of Robbie Ashford, but you was just speaking some actual factuals right there, boy. Move their ass to down bad for me right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I agree with the main thing that Knowshon said there is a lack of talent on the outside. They don't have receiving threats. Auburn doesn't, and I know that the RPO style offense that Hugh Freeze is going to implement and Robbie Ashford's legs, that's going to negate that a little bit. They do have a receiver named Tavarres that had a nice spring game over there, TK.
So, hey, Mama
Tavarres Dawson over there. He had a nice spring game, but I think that their running game is going to be the strength of it right now, and I just don't know when you're a more running oriented offense and you don't have the depth on defense. Because if you're going to run the ball a lot, Knowshon, sometimes you're going to get stuffed on the run and your defense is going to be out there on the field for a while. So you got to have some depth on the defensive side. It's going to be interesting. Now, we have a huge Tennessee fan, Chris Foster, who's in here. He loves to come in here and watch with us, and we welcome all SEC people now. We welcome them all in. But he's going to be very interested in to see where you guys are going to place Tennessee. Are they still in the contender lane after Hendon Hooker is gone, after Jalen Hyatt is gone, after Cedric Tillman is gone, or do you think they drop down to pretender, contender, or pretender for Tennessee?
Want me to go, T?
I'm going. I'm going pretender, man.
Ooh.
God, I think they take a drop, bro. I think they actually. What am I talking about? We got Joe Milton. I'm going.
Yeah, your dose of Pato said that Joe Milton.
I'm going contender because we got Joe Milton in the deal. Hey, I'm going contender, bro.
So wrong with him, bro.
For sure. For sure. Give me a contender because of Joe Milton, bro. I think that he's gonna have a good year, bro. You got Brew McCoy outside.
Right.
Only thing still is only thing. Their defense, bro. Their defense.
Yeah.
Poo cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
I think the defense is still improving. Obviously, they have to find a way to cut down on some of those explosive plays at times, especially in the passing game defensively. Mm-hmm. But I think the reason I'm going to slot him as a contender instead of a pretender, I'm going to slot him as a contender is because
I did.
I'm gonna put him as a contender as well. And the reason that I think they'll be a contender is because I don't know, other than I guess when a player may have been the last time y'all were in Neyland Stadium, but that place gets rocking. And that home field advantage that they have is enough that as long as Josh Heupel keeps things exciting over there, I think they'll stay a contender and a threat. That's going to be Georgia's biggest test this year. I think is going to Knoxville late in the year.
Yeah, it is. It be rocking in there, Patsy.
Yep, not Kentucky, but
nah, they get Kentucky at home.
Yeah, that's fine. But your boy's coming.
But the Heisman Trophy winner. Well, I wrote it down somewhere.
I didn't say Heisman Trophy winner.
It was off the air.
Words in my mouth.
It was off the air.
What do you say? So?
Oh, off the air. Now we're going off the air stuff.
It was off the air.
Lord knows what we could put off the air on here. After the after show is the better show than the real show.
Boy, y'all need a paywall.
I know.
Oh, man, it's good stuff. This is an interesting one, too.
I agree with you, boys. Let me get mine now, man. Hold on. Y'all forgot about the two best players on their team.
Who's that?
At the running back position. Jalen Wright, Tavarres.
Okay.
Two best run. You know what I'm saying? Two-headed monster. So with Joe, man. So I'm over there with contender as well. But
contender. Knowshon started us off on South Carolina. They beat Tennessee last year. They beat Clemson last year. Mm-hmm. They have their quarterback coming back in Spencer Rattler.
Mm-hmm. Too inconsistent for me with Spencer, man. Too inconsistent, man. That's what I'm gonna say. No weapons, really. Is Bell still there, or is he gone?
Jaheim Bell transferred to Florida State. Marshawn Lloyd transferred out to Southern Cal.
Who they have? They don't have anyone now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put them as the pretender. I have them there.
Yeah.
You think they're down bad, T?
Nah, they ain't down bad. Because here's why they ain't down bad. It's crazy. Spencer Rattler. What we saw out of Spencer Rattler that
last couple games.
In the last couple games, what we saw out of that cat just was different. So I want to see if they can do that again. Obviously, got a new OC coming in and all that jazz. But if he can do that again, if they're OL, Christie, look at you.
Hold on.
Their OL is doo-doo.
TK.
They OL is
TK, man.
What, you going down Beasley?
I think so, bro, because I didn't know Marshawn left.
Hey,
I didn't know he was gone.
And I don't get that either because he was having like a solid year. So, you could put him on that. They might be a.
I'm sorry, bro. I got to change mine. They're down bad, B. That hurts them, I think so.
They're a pretender. And the only reason they're a pretender to me is because Shane Beamer provides just enough excitement and just enough charisma to make you think that South Carolina is going to be a contender. But then his inconsistency and his emotional immaturity as a head coach hurts that program tremendously. You need someone who is going to be, absolutely locked in and unwavering in how they approach things. And Shane Beamer's not that guy. Okay. So that's where I've got them as a pretender.
I don't have them winning more than 7 games next year. I don't have
no doubt. Chris Taylor says his comments get him beat on the field for sure. He's over here talking with Will Compton and those guys about which SEC coach he would like to fight and all this kind of stuff. Like, come on now.
He the reason Uga got a new name.
Yeah, no doubt.
Boom,
Coach Smart. Look at first down the other way across the sideline over there. So, it's going to be interesting. Now we got our guy, Pit Boss, over here at Arkansas. Got him up to that 9-win mark a couple years ago, made it, brought it back down this year with a rough year. Over there in the SEC West is always tough. This is the last year he'll have to deal with that because, remember, they're not going to have divisions after this year. It's going to change around. Arkansas, contender or pretender?
Pretender to me, bro. Yeah, I mean, just another kind of unsatisfying year for the Razorbacks to me. I think that like that first year Pitt was there, they were kind of riding high, and then everything just kind of set in. Beer pretender or liquor contender? Yeah, beer, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, bro. They were riding high that first year, but I mean, you get KJ back, but I just don't think that's enough to do it. I think they're still pretending over there.
Exactly. I mean, can KJ take that step though, too? I mean, stay healthy, take that next step, and take his team over the top. You can't just depend on, Raheem Sanders. Yeah, you can't just depend on him. I mean, they lose two of their top defenders with Bumper Poole and Drew Sanders. Yeah, would I have them? Pretender.
Yeah, I think they're a pretender right now, just strictly for maybe even just for one more season because of the structure of how it is, SEC West, SEC East, all that. But you give me Arkansas, playing some of these teams over in the East on a more regular basis, I like them a lot better. I really do. Because I just don't think the East is anywhere near as strong as the West. Mississippi State. It's hard to say that Mississippi State is not down bad just from the emotional standpoint of this program. They just lost their head coach, dies an untimely death. They have to change things around. I just don't know how you're going to get that emotional cloud off of the program right away. Now, I know young people are resilient and stuff like that. Zach Arnett's been there for a while. I would have to categorize them as down bad, and the only reason is because I thought that kind of the Pirate and his uniqueness that he brought to Mississippi State was part of the reason there was some juice in that program.
Yeah, man, I obviously hate to put them here because I was a huge Mike Leach fan. Just as again, kind of like the Lane Kiffin, just his antics, his banter, his love for life. So I mean, honestly, it sucks putting him here, but it's a rebuild for this program in every aspect. It's hard to kind of, I think, take what he had into that program and lose it and just so yeah, you got to think it's a big blow to that team, but do have Will Rogers, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, do have him. So I mean, I don't know what else is out there really.
I mean, they still got their two backs over there, Aquarius, Marks, and Dylan, right? They still there.
No, right? Dylan
left. Well, they still
Dylan
got Marks. All right, they still got Marks, which is all right. And listen, as long as they got Will over there, Will Rogers throwing that thing, I have the most faith in him. Mostly, really. I'm a little bit nervous about the defense, but I feel like they're going to play for Leach, you know what I mean? And kind of keep that chip on their shoulder and go out there and give it their all, especially the guys that were there. And then that new offense, they're going to have a new offense coming into town. They're not going to be running the same offense that they did last year. So I think he thrives in that. So I had to put them at pretender.
All right. Well, I got them down bad too, obviously, like I said, on that. So this is our final levels to this of SEC football programs. And we're going to be doing this with more things. We're going to be doing it with SEC quarterbacks. Yeah.
Put a rank on it. I need to know. Is that what you're saying, that their record is going to be bad if they're in the down bad? I need to know that.
I just think you're you've been trained to go air raid, right? And for the last, few years, and that changes the offensive line's mindset. I mean, you're talking about vertical pass sets. You're talking about a different type of mentality in the run game when they do run the football. Now they're going to a pro style. They probably don't even have the right personnel that they need to run that type of system. They had no tight ends on the roster. Our guy Rylan Godey is going to be a pioneer over there. He's going to be like, Lewis and Clark going and exploring over there for tight ends. So it's just going to be
Lewis and Clark.
it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be rough. Zach Arnett, who knows if he was really ready to become a head coach. He gets thrust into it, just spur of the moment. He's kind of drinking through a fire hose right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do it. I want to put them. Listen, I like Mississippi State. They're like, they're like Bulldog cousins, right? To Georgia over there. So it'd be great to see them get up there at that contender level and all that kind of stuff.
That's too high. Now you go that's too high.
No, but I'm saying it would be great. It would be great to see them get up there. Is what I'm saying. I think they're very non-threatening, right? So nobody is worried about them having success. They're like, hey, great, go have success. That'd be great. So I just think that they're going to be down bad this year. But guys, levels to this. I like this. I think we're gonna be doing more levels to this when it comes to SEC quarterbacks, which that will be really fun based on our conversations earlier. I think we're going to do it with best game day environments, and we will also take your suggestions for what we should do levels to this with. And have a lot of fun with this stuff. But guys, I enjoyed that segment, and I enjoyed this show. We had Michael Bennett on. We got to talk about the second round of the uniforms. Guys, I want to throw that bracket up again. This is the second round of the uniform tournament. We're going to be putting it out on the Dawg Vent. If you're not part of the Dawg Vent, why not? You should be, because you get all the Georgia news from Roddy and everybody, the recruiting news from me and Jed and Trent and everybody that is involved with UGA Sports does a great job over there. Dawg Vent will have, you can vote on this. We'll post it on Facebook. We'll post it on Twitter. So second round of that. And then, of course, we did introduce levels to this. So, guys, I thought it was a great show.
Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun. Obviously, shout out to Mike B for coming on. My dog A2. Had some people.
His dad says gang gang. He's giving us the gang gang.
Gang gang. Had a lot of folks in here tonight from Hong Kong, all the way from Hong Kong to Winder Barrow. Yeah, I saw you in there. We used to get on y'all's tail back in the day.
From Hong Kong to Bethlehem, we got people in here.
Yeah, I saw you in here. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. Look forward to next week for sure. Sauce, what you got for us signing off?
Blaine, stay off the rock. If you smell.
Listen. We might have to, like, if we get way back there on the golf course this weekend where the starter and stuff can't see us, somebody might get hit with a rock bottom. You never know. Like, we just sneak it in there. A stone cold stunner. If you get a bogey, you never know what's going to happen over there. So it'll be funny. It'll be good. But guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button before you
shout
leave.
Shout out Jermaine. Thank you, man. Jermaine King. Shout out.
Jermaine with the super chat too. Jermaine, you coming through clutch for us, man. We appreciate it. Tim Collins said, and we learned about Lewis and Clark. No doubt. We're a well-rounded outfit over here at Georgia Players Section. So it's good stuff. We appreciate you guys so much. It's fun for us to bring this content to you, and we're excited to do it each week. I appreciate Knowshon and TK joining me as always. And we will be back with you next Wednesday night. You never know who the guest is going to be. It is Georgia Players Section. So we got TK got a little book in the mail today. We're going to be utilizing. We're going to do some stuff with. So it's going to be fun. But for Tavarres King, for Knowshon Moreno, I am Blaine Gilmer, and we'll catch you next time on Georgia Players Section on UGASports.com with Tavarres and Knowshon.
The best in this sport, Whether you like it or not, learn to love it because it's the best thing going today. Woo!